Hey everyone, we're back here at ROCon, Qualys' security event in Houston, and wrapping up our day 2 coverage with some really good conversations. I want to introduce you to our next guest first. He's been on with us before. He's Himanshu Kathpal,
That's
right?
correct.
Himanshu, first of all, welcome back. It's good
Thank
to
you.
see
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Why don't you, if you don't mind, tell the audience a little bit
Uh-huh.
about your role at Qualys, maybe a little bit about your career path.
Sure, absolutely. Hi everyone, my name is Himanshu Kathpal. I'm the Vice President for Product Management in Qualys. I completed my 10 years in Qualys this August.
Wow.
This has been an excellent journey so far. I started in support and then moved on to product management and then grew up the ladder, and now I'm managing the whole product management from India.
Very cool. And Qualys was way out ahead, moving a lot of their R&D and engineering to India.
Yeah,
More than 10 years ago, I
Yeah.
bet, 15 years ago.
almost
something.
15.
Yeah. Um, so in terms of project management, though, whether you're in India or the US or the moon,
Uh-huh.
project management is project management, right?
Correct.
Let's talk about some of the projects
Uh-huh.
you've been working on. And
Sure.
I know you also presented here in a
Yeah,
panel
yeah.
today, right?
Yeah.
Talked a lot about identity.
Correct. Correct.
And of course, identity is one of the frontiers, or
Yeah.
one of the battlegrounds,
Yeah.
really, for what we're seeing in security.
Right.
Talk to us about some of the challenges you're seeing there and what you guys are doing at Qualys to help with that.
Absolutely. This is a very passionate topic for me. So, what we see is, and even if we see it from the Verizon DBI report, 80% of the breaches are due to credential abuse. More than 34% of the attacks which are happening are a combination of vulnerabilities, misconfigurations, and identities. Until now, most of the industry is treating identity in a silo. Either they have an identity context or they have an asset context, but never together. And that is where Qualys is coming into picture. I know that we might be a little late in the identity game, but we are doing it in a more holistic manner. So what we are doing is, now you can ingest all of your identities across Active Directory, IDaaS, maybe if you're using some other ISP solutions such as Tenable or Ping Castle, all of the data can come into Qualys for you to get one unified vision of your entire identity landscape. On top of it, we are the only one who is going to provide whether your identity is being getting sold in the dark web or not. You are externally exposed or not. If you are, that's a big red flag. You should immediately change your password, immediately change the credentials, etc. That is a unique value that we are adding. On top of it, what we are doing is, we'll be providing a true risk score for each of your identities as well. Because similar to assets and vulnerabilities, the number of identities which each company has is huge. It's massive. You need prioritization. Otherwise, your team is going to get burnt out.
Yes.
That is where we come in. We check which misconfigurations are applicable for your identities, whether multi-factor authentication is enabled or not, whether the password is weak or not, whether the identity is exposed externally or not. Using a combination of all of these risk factors, we are going to provide a quantitative score to each of your identities called as identity true risk. This true risk score is going to get bubbled up to your business true risk score, and you will get one holy grail for the prioritization. That's the unique value that we are adding.
Excellent.
And last but not the least, our mission has been not only to provide the inventory of the risk, but to remediate as well. So even for identities, we are providing a closed loop remediation. You can do patching, you can do password resets, you can enforce MFAs, you can run your custom scripts, you can do mitigation, isolation, all as part of the same solution.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting. A lot of people out here, they hear Qualys, they understand vulnerability management, remediation.
Yeah.
They understand now risk management
Yeah.
and all of that. They don't necessarily think identity management.
Correct.
But I think that's part of having the platform,
Yes.
right? Is doing that. I want to dive in a little deeper on zero trust.
Sure.
Right? Zero trust is a concept that the security industry has embraced
Yeah,
all over.
absolutely.
As it relates to identity, though, what you guys are doing at Qualys, talk about zero trust
Sure,
in there.
absolutely. I think that's a very interesting question. So in the past, if you see, CISOs are only concerned about endpoints and network. Over a period of time, internet exploded, people started migration towards cloud, and that is where ZTNA came into picture. So even with ZTNA, when you are merging applications and networks together, every single entity still requires a separate authentication. This is where we see that the identity is indeed a new parameter. Even within ZTNA, you need to manage separate identities. So ZTNA is very helpful from the application and the network perspective, but you still need identity management on top of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But is there a zero trust or ZTNA
Uh-huh.
philosophy for identity
I
management?
think that is where the industry is going. There's no set philosophy for identities yet in terms of ZTNA like we have for infrastructure and networks. But I think with more and more attackers leveraging identity or credential abuse rather than vulnerabilities, that part is also going to flourish. We will be having some more concepts, some more philosophy around ZTNA for sure.
Let me throw something farther out at you.
Sure.
Everybody talks about agentic AI
Yeah.
and deploying all these.
Yeah.
Some people say we're deploying digital workers.
Digital workers, correct. We
Right?
all
That's
say
the word.
same thing.
Yeah. What about their identities?
That is an excellent question. So what we have done now is, in the first phase of our launch, we are covering all the human and non-human identities. But our team, our threat research team is currently analyzing how can we collect the identities of these agentic AI agents. This is the future. Everything is moving towards them. And if their identities are not secure, if you do not have the inventory, the control on their identities, it's going to lead to bigger issues. So this is definitely what we see as the future, and will be added to our products in the in the short term.
I love it.
Yeah.
Himanshu, we seem to have run through everything, all these notes that we had here. What else can you share with our audience? What are you getting excited about?
We are getting excited about getting this consolidated picture for our CISOs and our customers. I mean, I have met like hundreds of CISOs in the last 2 years. Every single CISO is saying that they want the toxic insight combination. They do not want the laundry list of vulnerabilities separately, identities separately, misconfiguration separately. Everyone is looking to understand what carries the most risk for their environment. And this is where I believe Qualys is coming into the picture. So imagine you might have a system on which you are doing vulnerability management really well. All the patches are applied. There is zero critical vulnerability. From the myopic view of vulnerability management, the system is 10 on 10. But the system has a password as 12345 6 and is now used to connect to your cloud database server. The
Yeah.
holistic risk this asset carries is huge.
Yeah.
This is what CISOs wants, and this is what Qualys is providing. So we are really excited about providing this holistic visibility across all the three major risk factors: vulnerabilities, identities, and misconfigurations.
I
That
love
is
it.
what
Those are the big
keeping me
three.
excited. Exactly.
Excellent. Hey, I want to thank you for coming on.
Thank
As
you so
always, my
much.
friend, you're great.
Thank you so much.
Keep doing what you do. Hopefully, we'll see you soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, hold on. We got to we got to undo your microphone. But before we do, we'll be right back with more here. We're live on TechStrong TV.